Hi, this is Michael Kaszubski, and welcome to another Business Plain and Simple Tuesday Tidbit brought to you by Regroup Advisors. Today, we're going to talk about that indecision period of time of when you have to decide whether or not your hobby should actually be a business. And everybody who's ever started a business from their home or on a smaller scale will run into this. So let's just set the stage. You're working full time, you start something as a side hustle. Next thing you know, everything is going great, and you decide, hey, I should probably have a business. But here's the problem. You don't know if you can make as much money as you're making at your full-time business. And if you decide to leave the full-time business, you have to roll the dice and make up that cash. And that's where everybody usually gets paralyzed. Everybody decides that making just enough for it to be valuable, but I'm not making enough to cover my paycheck that I'm getting from my normal business. You got to roll the dice, folks. At some point in time, you're going to have to make that decision, trust in yourself, believe in yourself, and make sure that you go forward with it. We always have a funny element to one of these podcasts. So let's talk about one of our clients that decided they were going to go into, yes, get this, selling stuff on eBay like the rest of the planet, and even started going down the path of getting an eBay store. Okay, now, unless the stuff is falling off the truck and you're buying it for $3 a radio, you're not making any money on this at all. And the amount of craziness that you have to put up with as far as packaging and shipping and bidding and everything else. And mind you, while we know enough about this to talk about it on our podcast, none of us were crazy enough to go into it. Matter of fact, I remember the conversation with the client going, "Are you crazy? What do you want to do?" And they still did it. They never made it to the store level, but they did face that decision where they were making enough money doing it out of their basement to decide whether or not they wanted to have to quit a job so they could do it full time. Thank God they didn't. They pulled it back. They left it as a hobby, and it saved themselves a whole bunch of a headache. You need to plan ahead and play all your factors out, and that's the message for today. If you're doing something that you think you're going to turn into a business, pick the point in time that you're going to jump into that as a full-time business and quit your permanent job. A lot of factors go into it. We can share with you many of things that you have to consider, but the most important piece of this is make sure you know when you're going to do it and how you're going to do it, or just leave it as a hobby and just make some side money moving forward. That's it for today. That's another Business Plain and Simple Tuesday Tidbit brought to you by Regroup Advisors. Have a great week.
If you've enjoyed this episode of Business Plain and Simple Tuesday Tidbits by Regroup Advisors and don't want to miss future topics, well, like and follow us wherever you get your podcast. Interested in learning how Regroup Advisors can help your company? Contact us at info@regroupadvisors.com or online at regroupadvisors.com.